Program Executive Office, Intelligence, Electronic Warfare and Sensors, and Communications, Electronics Research Development and Engineering Center, or CERDIC, hosted the 4th Annual Cyber Electromagnetic Activity, or CEMA, on Aberdeen Proving Grounds, October 23rd through the 25th. The conference brings together cyber and electronic warfare experts and leaders from across the branches, together with industry, partners, academia, allied militaries, and acquisition professionals to address concerns, share experiences, and talk shop.
There really is a venue to allow the broader CEMA community to come in one place once a year to kind of share the state of where we're at within the domain, right? So what have we accomplished? What are still some of the gaps that remain? What are some of the technical challenges and technical programs that people are working that we can collaborate on? And really, to share ideas at least annually throughout the community.
So the first day of the conference is actually a user session, and so we were able to sit down with the electronic warfare officers who are actually in the field and get feedback on the quick reaction capabilities that we have fielded to them, and also giving them kind of a path forward of what's going to be fielded next, and also solicit their feedback for the equipment that we already have.
As a professional electronic warfare officer who's been working in the acquisition world for a couple of years now, the CEMA event really provides an opportunity for both industry as well as professionals across the Army to get together and really understand what the real current needs are, as well as the state of industry and where different material solutions are, and then also understanding what higher leadership's really pushing down to really come together to one kind of holistic solution, understanding that.
General Ken Israel, and I asked him why the Army does not have a conference to address this. And in typical general fashion, he turned it around and said, "That's a good point, Mike. Get back to me with a solution." And that's really how CEMA started. So a year later, in 2015, we held our inaugural CEMA conference. It's grown every year since. This is the 4th annual CEMA conference. We have about 800 to 900 folks attending. Great conference, great agenda. And it's just a great opportunity for us to network and discuss the problems and solutions that address what's required by Army for CEMA operations today.
Working as the oversight for training and readiness for all CEMA EW personnel across the operational, it allows me to engage and interact with not only the subordinate force units from brigade to division and corps level counterparts like myself, but it also allows me to engage with sister service community itself, whether it's Air Force or Navy electronic warfare or cyber professionals, and at the same time engage with our own sister branch organizations, primarily Signal and MI personnel that come to the conference. It gives us all a forum to while we talk all the time, it seems like this gives us that chance to sit down face to face and really kind of level those bubbles of understanding for each of us in terms of where we're at, where we're going, what's important for our leadership and the senior leaders that we work for.
Asymmetric warfare groups directly supports the Army, and most importantly, the brigade combat team. These conferences and the critical enablers that CEMA brings to the battlefield allows us to take not only capability gaps that we've identified and the lessons learned and best practices across the Army to those units on the ground to make sure that not only brigade combat team leadership, but their teams are informed to be successful on the ground.
And when I say communication, I mean talking face to face. We have so much technology at our fingertips these days with phones, with computers, with our laptops and tablets, texting, that we have forgotten how to actually sit down and discuss and communicate one-on-one. And conferences such as CEMA offer the opportunity to listen, to hear our leadership, both government, industry, talk about what is going on in the world today. And we can ask questions, so there's question and answer periods, there's one-on-one communication, and that communication and collaboration are essential to our success these days.
Since CEMA was on Aberdeen Proving Ground, it was essential that on the last day of the conference, the Maryland delicacy, the crab cake, be served for the sake of truly local hospitality. The next CEMA conference is on track for October of next year. I'm John Higgins, PEO, IEW&S, Public Affairs.